But talking about the Israelites, a lot of people think, well, the Israelites stayed in the desert so long because they were just a rebellious people, and that's true. They did. I've got a map on my office wall. It's one of those old Sunday school maps, you know, those that almost look like cloth. The paper's so thick, and they're yellow. The maps of Israel and the Promised Land and all the ancient tribes and everything. And I've got one particular map that I hung because I got it at thrift shop, you know, one of those $5 deals, and but for me it was a treasure because it shows the journey of the Israelites on their way to the Promised Land. Well, if you're a Christian, we're all on the way to the Promised Land. And we're all going to get there. That's the promise. It's just going to take some of us longer than others, and some of us are going to have to go through more than others to get there, and that doesn't mean we're bad or they're worse. One of the things that we need to remember about the Israelites is they were a tough crew. And yes, we hear about their mistakes and failures, but I don't think we look at enough how many of us would have stuck it out in the wilderness. How many of us would have stayed 40 years? Do you know what a desert is like? Some of you may have kids over in Iraq, or you may have served in the military. You may have been in Desert Storm. Some of you may be from the western part of the country. You may understand the desert. Imagine the beach in 100-degree weather, 120-degree weather, and there's no water. Just move the Atlantic Ocean, okay? 120 degrees, and all you see is sand. Well, that is what the desert is like, and that's what they tromped through. And there was these huge winds that hit all the time. You know, the people in the desert, you see them, they're wearing tunics and cloaks. And do you know why?